everybody. Another one-on-one live work session. This is Diane Hochman. I'm with Samantha Rodriguez. In case any of you guys are tuning in live or watching this at a later date, I'll be really focusing in on Samantha. I will check comments later on. So if you have a question or a comment, feel free to leave it here and or reach out to me at diane@dianehochman.com. So beautiful. I've missed you. It's good to see your face. And you tell me that we're going to affect your business because you have big goals. So tell me what we should be looking at.
I do. Sorry, you cut off a little bit.
I said, tell me what we should be looking at or talking about. You start, take me down the road, and then I'll give you what I got.
Okay. So I wanted to kind of set a 6-month plan for me to go full time. I started the beginning of the year, and I've been slowly growing it.
Okay.
So right now, sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place, and I have quite a bit of stuff, but I have my private sessions, I have the group sessions, and then I record the group sessions. So I'm selling those group sessions, and I actually kind of I'm following your format and my other mentors format, because back 3 years ago, I remember you used to have monthly classes.
Yes.
And so I wanted to start like that. I'm in a group setting, and people come and they purchase and they work with me. Because right now the group meditations are free, which I felt like it was a good way for me, for people to get to know me because I'm new. And so, come on by, and it's a great way for me to build my email list.
You know how I feel about email lists. So
yes.
I'm going like this. Yes. List. And that's as you go with me, all I'm going to be doing is looking for leverage points. So just so in case somebody watches this at a later date, tell them what you do. Just so people know, because they fall in love with you and you are, tell them what you do.
So I am, I'll say, an intuitive life coach, and it's mostly through meditation and intuition. Whatever blocks they may have in life with, wanting to achieve anything, I can go and help them kind of tap into those blocks and help them release them, basically.
Awesome. So now I need to ask you some questions, which you can, because we are out in public, if you want to not answer them in public, it's fine, but I need to ask you some questions because I can't help you with the question that you gave me unless I know the answers. You can message them to me on Facebook if you don't want to. If you don't care, then let's do it. How much do you need to be making to be full-time?
So,
and the question is not want, need, because once we get you out of work, then you can exponentially grow. So be clear that the answer is not want, need. Cover your expenses, your living expenses, etc.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to go a little high. Well, it's not high. It's 3,000.
That's not high, but it's always good to give yourself a cushion. And at 3,000, you feel you can live, and then you can focus full time on your business. Okay, good. This is really good because it's not. Sometimes people are coming from like a big corporate position, and they need to be making 6.5 figures just to even start thinking about being full time. So because you're young and etc., you're in a very good position. So this is excellent. Okay. Do you know the revenue that you've been doing now, either monthly or for the first 6 months of the year? Do you have some revenue figures?
Yes, and I was actually, I was going through and I said, well, this month was my biggest. I think without the donation, it was 600.
Okay, excellent. Okay. And here's something that's really important. A lot of times I'm working with somebody and they don't know their figures. Okay. Now you know them, but you had to think about them. You want to know, I need to make this much and this is what I have going on. Okay. You're always like, I'm a big, it's funny. Have you ever studied personality types at all, the colors of personalities and stuff? So I'm more of a blue, which is like a party, fun person, social person. But I have a little bit of each one because I love to save everybody and love everybody. I'm like that. There's a goal to hit, I'll hit it. And then I do have a little bit of the emerald or the green. And that is the person who is a facts and figure person. And I'm really not like that because I'm always like, what I feel in my heart is much more what guides me. But to write, you do need to know your revenue figures. And a lot of business owners or small business owners, they don't know their revenue figures, which is part of the reason why they're challenged. So it's always very important to keep that information handy. Okay. So now, how many hours a week are you working at this now?
A week, I'm pulling about.
And the
15.
number may, I'm sorry?
15.
Okay, great. And does that fit comfortably around your job? Are you able to do that without going insane, or is it really rough?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's good. 15 is good. I mean, I could probably do more.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go through the products and services that you offer, and I want to run through what it looks like, what you're charging, et cetera. So you do have a free offer for the opt-in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the group meditation.
Okay. Can we look at that page? Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen. And what is the page? Where do we find that?
So if you go to Samantha Rodriguez blog.com /group.
Wait. You really think I type fast? You know me well enough. Is it Rodriguez with a Z or an F? With a Z, right? Rodriguez with a Z. Yeah. You're not Portuguese. You're Latina. Okay. SamanthaRodriguez.com / what'd you say, blog?
Group session.
Samantha Rodriguez blog group sessions.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Samantha, that's what I had. Okay, blog. Oh, SamanthaRodriguezblog.com. Okay.
Yes.
/ group. Let's see if I typed it right. I think I did.
Yay.
Okay. I want to go to your homepage first. Can I from here?
Yes, maybe later.
Oh, okay. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to feel you here. Awakening meditation frequency, health, love, abundance. So you have a little chat thingy. Group clearing sessions, limited offer. Okay. Is the opt-in here the same as the opt-in for the group sessions? Does it take them to the same place or different place?
No, so that is for my newsletter. And then at
Okay.
the very bottom, I have a calendar now.
Okay. So if I want to opt in to hear from you, I can either go here and I'm opting in here, and this is separate from the invitation to the group sessions?
Yes.
Okay. First recommendation I have is have one opt-in. Okay. Later on, you can have multiple offers, but we want them to opt into the same place because we want to streamline how you're communicating with everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to, but I recommend that because are you writing to both lists?
It
is the same. That's what I'm asking. Is it the same? Is it the same list?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing, just looking at this really quick, when you write a headline, capitalize the first letters of each word and don't put a period. Okay. I share tips about your journey. Capitalize the first letter of each one because it is a headline. and there's no punctuation in a headline. Okay?
Okay.
So go over to.
Got it.
Wait, I'm on group sessions. So if I go home just to your main page, do I see the same thing? Okay. The reason why I'm looking at everything is because and please, you know me well, and a lot of people that watch these sessions know me well. I am not technical. I'm not a blog designer, but I'm an expert in attention and how humans look at things. Okay. So when I'm correct or sharing with you a tip for the site, the reason why is because I'm looking to channel the people in ways that cause them to give you money. Follow that? So I have to take on a road or a path that makes them want to give you money. So again, if we come back here, I know you didn't ask for a blog or a site review, but I'm going to do it a little bit simply because I'm looking at the whole flow. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Spiritual teacher, because you don't have to be fancy, because it's heart centered, it's intuition centered. So it doesn't have to be fancy, but there's a couple of rules that are important. And again, we come back here to a headline you want to capitalize. Okay. Welcome to my site. Hey there, it's me, Samantha. Welcome to my site. Lovely. We're going to fix up your opt-in form. Okay. These are good. Sessions, group sessions. Okay. Did you create the blog yourself or did somebody else do it?
I did.
No, it's perfect. So then I'm asking because then you would know how to do certain things. I would put group sessions on the left and sessions on the right, because your group sessions are free. People read from left to right, right? That's how we read a book. So I want to offer them first, and then I want to bring them to something they can purchase. And or instead of having them next to each other, I would have group sessions on top, right? And the copy, and this is all recorded, so you can come back and get it. So if I rattle, don't worry about writing it all down. You can come back and get it after.
Okay.
This is the afterthought here. Group sessions are another great way to work with me. I would put something highly spiritual and lovely here, like, it is my distinct honor to share my energy with as many people as possible. I currently offer free group sessions for all. I cover different topics that are meant to awaken you and clear some of the blocks. I like that. Okay. So this is my gift to you. I would have this first. And then we're getting them registered for the opt-in. Then I would show them, for those that attend group sessions, or for those of you that are looking for individualized work, accessing my intuition, use words here because your words are going to be better than mine in your arena. And I would say that I offer individual sessions, book a session, and, so I'm not giving you the copy here, but you understand the sequence. Let me stop the sharing so you can see my face for a minute. The sequence is very important. The first one is saying, I'm Samantha, I love you, I'm giving to you. Regardless of who you are, from wherever you come from, I'm offering this to you. The second one is, many people, once they've experienced a group session, they recognize that they'd like to work closer together on a one-on-one basis. You see how that flows? Because right now there's a session, and then the afterthought is, I offer group sessions free. Needs to go the opposite.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Okay. Yes.
What we're doing, we're creating an ascending sequence, or a funnel, basically. So a funnel really goes downward, right? That's what a funnel looks like. Lots of people come in and down until we get to the bottom where the people are paying, right? You can go the opposite way too, which is, I welcome everybody. Would you like to work one-on-one with me? Would you like to get a package? Would you like to have me come to you, travel to you, and work individually with you face-to-face? So that's an ascension versus a drop. They're all the same difference. It's the same thing. But the broadest thing goes first. The thing that's for the most people goes first. Then you offer the next thing. And then you might also change it up with time, not yet, where you talk about this clearing session, intuition session. I don't know what else you do, but joy session, whatever it is. So you might categorize them so that one person is like, kind of like, yeah, and then all of a sudden they see something and it's like love session, finding your love, or I don't know what you do, as far as the different things and where spirit guides you. So you might actually break it down and make it more specific with time. Okay, right now it's simple. We want to gather them, get that opt-in, because the opt-in is always going to give them leverage because you can tell them what's available. If they don't opt in and we don't guide them there first, we can't tell them, hey, I have openings next week, or we have a special going on, or I'm going to be in Sedona, or whatever it might be. Come meet and greet, etc. So we have to get the opt-in first. Then we offer the session, the paid session, and we also can consider specializing the sessions, which really is just a session with a special name on it, but it meets what their hope is. Yeah. Make sense?
Yes.
Right? A lot of times you're going to find companies, they're selling the same product to different markets, but they're selling based upon their desire, the marketplace's desire. So that's why we would break it down now. Okay. So group sessions, how often are you doing them?
So the group sessions, I try to do it at least 3 a week.
Okay. And those are free, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I would consider doing a free introductory group session. And then I would consider doing maybe a membership that are group sessions. It's very reasonable, like $25 a month or something, but that are paid or specialized. Okay. So let's say you're doing the Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday morning, whatever, I'm making that up. Monday night is introductory session so they can experience it. At the end of the session, you're letting people know that for the rest of the week, we have these beautiful specialized sessions. They're at a very reasonable cost for those of you that would like to access, and I give you the archives for free. I would not, this is me, you might differ, I would not give away the recordings to the free group sessions. They're free if you come live. All the archives are inside the membership site, the wherever you're storing your archives for a price. I would make it reasonable, 25, 47, something in that area, $27 a month. And if you want archives, you want recordings, you have to be a member. Okay.
Yes.
You're letting them sample. That's what you want? Okay. Where are you housing the content, and how are you charging people?
So right now, my blog is hosted through Weebly. And so I have like the business, I think, plan where I am able to host inside of it the recordings, and they can also purchase each. Like if I want, right now I have I think 5 group sessions that people can purchase individually. But I do want a membership price where it's like you pay once a month and you have access to all of them.
What I would consider doing, let's go back to the site for a minute. And again, I'm thinking, so we may get to the end of the session tonight and I might go, wait a minute, flip that, because I'm
yes.
And for any of you guys that are watching, I'm seeing this for the first time. So I'm just kind of like looking and going, okay, what would I do? How would I organize it? Let me just look again. Okay. I definitely, if possible on Weebly, I would put these stacked down, like groups, individual sessions, because right now it's kind of like, they're kind of like all over and they're different sizes because your graphics are different sizes. So if you can put them going down and adjust your graphics or purchase images that all are equal sizing.
Okay.
I think it's going to look nicer for you. Okay. Blog series are free too as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So where is the stuff that they could buy? Just in the recordings or in the shop?
Actually, I have to update that link. So at the very top, you go to shop.
Okay.
So those are the ones that I have.
Recordings. Okay. Okay, $44. Did you pick that for some spiritual reason or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it had to be. What is there inner meaning to 44 or 4?
Well, it's funny because I did want to choose a repeating number.
Mm-hmm.
So I had them at 25. And
Yes, I
then
remember you telling me that. It did.
yes. So I recently finished my tuition course and I said, okay, I'm ready to bump my prices. And so that was the bump.
Okay. Let us do some math together. In marketing, what you want to do is create what's called an irresistible offer. Okay. So if we have, let's say all your recordings, I think 44 is a little high. Because I think that even some of the biggest names don't charge that much for a single recording. And I'm not diminishing your value because I'm going to show you how to make more money. So let's say you decide that you want to have a unlimited membership that includes the private group sessions as well as the archive of all the recordings, the specialty recordings. Okay. How much would you want to price that at if you were going to charge somebody monthly? And when you're doing price points, you want to do a little research across your marketplace, other people that are doing something similar.
Mm-hmm.
You also want to think about your marketplace and the types of the type of money that people will spend. Now, info products, you can get people to spend a lot of money if they perceive the value. But we're starting out. So what do you think you'd want to charge somebody for like an unlimited monthly membership? We'll call it the something society or some, we'll give it some special, beautiful name.
I was thinking between 55 and 70.
Okay. How do you feel about 77?
That's it. I like that.
You like repeating numbers. 7 is a particularly good number for marketing. 55 isn't. Why? I don't know. You're better off at 47 than 55. Something about a flow, that 2 numbers that people like. I don't know the science of it, but I know that just from testing conversions, things will convert better with a 7. People will be like, no, they don't. Actually, they do. And you have to think about your marketplace and your average person. $50 and under, people rationalize, they don't think too much about. When you go over $50, it becomes a bill to them, or they have to talk to their spouse or partner or etc. So you have to decide, do I want to price it under 50 to maybe do some more volume, or do I want to price it over and have less people? And both sides work because you could go higher. Like right now, I'm doing these sessions, I'm doing them very reasonably. I'm doing them for a reason. 1, because I love doing them. 2, and they're much less than my normal hourly rate. 2, because we're making content, so I'm double dipping. I'm being lazy. And 3, I like helping all the other people they get to watch. So I make it very reasonable because there's a triple dip going on. Normally, I charge $500 an hour to consult with somebody, and that limits access to a lot of people. That would be top earners, 6-7-figure earners, and so on. And I work with a lot of those. But I also like working like you. You're this budding entrepreneur that has this beautiful skill set, and to me, it's very delightful. So I like to do it. So the question becomes: do you want less people that value it more, And don't judge them. Don't judge people that might value it less, because sometimes they become the most beautiful clients, but they just don't have the money in their pocket. Or do you want more people, which potentially is more energy, and have it at a lower price point? And remember that our ultimate goal is to sell those bigger, more higher ticket one-on-ones. So more people, I'll give you both sides of the equation. If you have more people, every time you message, I have some openings next week for one-on-ones, you're likely to sell those people a one-on-one because there's more people. If you price it higher, there's going to be less people in there, and chances of selling the one-on-ones may go down, may not. Okay. And again, knowing and seeing and observing your marketplace, it's hard to tell. People spend a lot of money on this type of stuff. So you have to sit and look at it and go, what do I want? Because if we take a calculator and we figure out calculator, how much do you charge for the one-on-one sessions?
I am charging $150.
Okay. Okay. If you did 2 a week, that's $1,200. Okay. So 3,000. It's not that I can't do this, but I'm just doing it to be sure. That was 1,200. Okay. Equals $1,800 left. If we divided 1,800 by $7, you'd have to have 67 members to hit your net at 3,000. Okay. If we divide it by, you'd have to have 24 at $77 to hit your $3,000 nut. Okay. Now there's less people, but it's harder to find people that will spend $77 a month. That's just to start. That's before you've done all these different things that you can monetize in all different ways. So you just have to look at it and go, because that's the formula that I've always taught people is figure out what you have to do. So let's say it's $3,000 a month. For $3,000, you need one person to give you $3,000, or 2 people to give you $1,500, or 4 people to give you $750, or 8 people to give you $375. And, and I keep working it down until the number of people and the amount of money they're giving me clicks in my head and makes sense, right? So when you're starting out, like I can get somebody to give me $3,000 tomorrow, tonight, right? Because I've been doing this for a long time. I just go, hey, I have one opening. I'm going to do this, $3,000. I can get somebody to give me $3,000 today. The average person can't, but they might be able to get 50 people to give them $60. So you have to figure out, where am I? What's what I call gunpowder? You have a list. It's easier. You have more leverage. If you don't have the list, then you want to really build that list. Once you have a list and once you have an audience, it's very easy to sell groups, memberships, individual sessions, etc. Like I started and I mailed my list and I said, I'm going to do some of these sessions. And the first day I got a couple responses. It was kind of like, yeah. I was like, really? I mean, damn, you think it'd be better than that? And then the second day I got more. And now people have watched a few, and I'm like I'm going out of town next week. I'm being like bombarded. Like, hey, when can I get one of those sessions? When can I get one of those sessions? When can I get one of those sessions? In the beginning, the list, it was like, then it took on a life of its own. I think for this type of product, and this is me having not observed it, I think that for the membership, it should be very reasonable, because the membership is where you prospect people for individuals. So I take the big list of people that are coming for free. I serve them. I offer a session every week. At the end of the session, I say namaste or whatever. If you like recordings of these and access to the whole archive of our recordings, plus access to, maybe you could have 2 memberships. One's recordings only, one's recording and the live private ones. Maybe you do a 27 and a 47. Okay. Somebody's really on a budget, we're not taking them out. We're letting them have the recordings downloadable. For somebody who, has a little bit more money. And then you can also take the individual recordings and sell them separately. And what you do is sell them for like $17 each. So somebody sees 3 of them that they want. Well, they'd be better off paying you the $27 a month because they can get all 3. It's cheaper in their mind, right? So they go, oh, I really want that one and I want that one. Why don't I just get the membership? The average lifespan of somebody who gets a membership on something like this is 3 to 6 months. So 3 months at $27 is more than 3 times 17. See where I'm going with this?
I think so. Yes.
I would rather get somebody on a monthly auto or a monthly subscription than to buy one time, because the likelihood of that renewing multiple times goes up. If I get them to buy one, I have to get them to buy another one. There's another sales process, right? If I sell you one of these sessions, you sent me some money, I sold you one session. If I want to try to sell you more sessions, I have to go through another sales process with you, right? If I got you on a monthly subscription for 2 one-on-ones a month, right? And I got you on a subscription, the chances of it renewing is good. The chances of you going 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Sometimes you may not even use your service, but you're going to forget that you're even paying for it. So I'm going to get paid over and over and over for you. So I have a choice of selling you once or selling you something that repeats. That's a recurring income. Recurring income gives you a safety cushion. So I'd rather price the recordings fairly low, but if you bought 2 or more, you'd be better off getting the monthly, because their brains, you don't have to work too hard when the brain goes, well, if I get 2 of these, it's $34, but I could join for the monthly. And see, they're all sneaky. They go, well, I'm just going to join monthly, download them and cancel. But they never do. So then you end up building them. Well, how many times have you joined something and thought you're going to, oh, I'm only going to stay for a month? You didn't, right? Right now, I'll tell you a sad and pathetic truth. I didn't want to buy a gown for an event I had last August. So I used Rent the Runway. And instead of just renting the dress for a couple days, I got on their unlimited plan because then I could get 4 dresses in case it didn't fit. I got 4 dresses. What is it now? We're going into July. I've been paying $169 a month since last August because I kept forgetting to send out the damn dresses. So I was busy saving money, and I'm just giving you a blatant I want those 2 recordings. I'm going to sign up for a monthly membership, but I'm going to cancel it. I'm only going to download those recordings. I'm going to cancel. No, you won't. You'll be here for 30, 60, 90 more days. So you end up paying more. I'm not saying take advantage of anybody, but they do well to stick around because they're going to get more great recordings and access to you.
Right.
So you have they're $17 a piece or 18. 18's a spiritual number in certain faiths, whatever you want. Like repeating, but if you're going to repeat, I would repeat on the low side at 11. 22, I don't know. I mean, a CD costs less than $22. So got to deal with their comparing. You got to outsmart their comparing. I'm not buying a dress. A dress is going to cost $500. I'm going to rent a dress. I'm not going to rent 1. I'm going to rent 4 and program. 169 times 11 months is how much? Good. Hi. And I'm a marketer. So, and I got to send those damn dresses back. But I wore 2 of them more than once. So, but still, if I bought a dress, I would have just had a dress. Money, right? So you got to outsmart their calculator. And we're doing that by offering the recordings. So let's say the recordings are 22 and the monthly is 27. They just look at it and go, well, I want 2 of those, but I could just get the monthly and I get all of them. Their brain flips. It goes, well, I get all of them. Why do I want all of them? Maybe there's another good one in there. So now they're inside of your environment where they're getting to see you live twice a week or once a week, whatever. And they're getting all the recordings. Every time you do a live session, the end of it, very lovely, not pushy, needs to be, thank you for being here. It's been such an honor to be with you. For those of you that are looking to work individually on your individual needs, please contact me at Awaken with Sam. I have several openings for next week. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is. So every time you work with them live, there's a recording. On the public ones, please go to whatever the site is, SamanthaRodriguez.com, and you're going to find our recordings. We have individual recordings available at $22 each, or we have a beautiful unlimited monthly membership. Recordings only are $27. If you'd like to come to 2 or 1 live session and have all the recordings, it's $47. It's not pitchy. It's matter of fact. This is what's available. When they come to the live sessions inside of the membership, we're always reminding them that we have live individual options available. So at 27 and 47, right? If one recording is 22, monthly recordings is 20, right? They're kind of like, well, duh, of course I want the monthly. And then if they want to access you live and get closer to you, right? They want to get closer. It's only $20 to come to the live sessions because they're already getting the recordings. So 47 tells them, well, it's only $20 to come hang out with Sam live. You see the numbers, how they escalate? So if somebody's like scraping, they'll buy for $22. If somebody is thinking, I really love this woman, they're going to go for recording. If they're scraping, they're going to go for 27 for monthly. If they're looking at the monthly and they keep hearing about the lives because your newsletter is reminding, Tuesday night, for those of you that are members of the whatever society, is our live session. They're going to go, it's only $20 more to hang out with her. And then while they're in the live sessions and inside of the newsletter, etc., they're always going, if I could just work with her one-on-one, I probably could clear this issue. Boom. Now they start buying sessions. And then when they buy sessions, we want to send them an offer after the session saying, if you enjoyed working individually, I do have several packages available. So if it's $147 for a session, offer them 3 for $300. Now you might think, well, I'm making less per hour. No, you're not, because you got $300 up front. And then they forget to buy, whatever the case may be. So you have a 3 package, a 5 package, and a 10 package. So now look, the 3 package might be $300, 5 might be $397 or something, or whatever, we make it up. And then the last one might be $997. You pop one person at $997, you've got a third of your nut already. See how the sequence kind of works? And the magic of it is the person escalates themselves. You're not, in your role as an Intuit, you can't be hardcore selling, but you can have letters and follow-up that's always inviting people to come deeper into the pool. You dipped your toe, you got a recording, awesome. Why don't you get into your knees? Let's get you on all the recordings so you can listen over and over and over. You know what, let's get you up to your waist. Why don't you come and spend 1 live session with me a week plus all the recordings? Hey, why don't you come spend some time with me privately? I always joke with girls, you get up to here, it's cold up there. So you get up to here. And then somebody's over here and they're loving it. They want to dunk in, you go, let's get you a package. So you see how now the money is escalating? We go from 22, 27 to 47 to 147 to 297 to 497 to 997. Because if somebody has a session with you and they're in love with you, the only time they get to get the discounts is after their session where they can order a package. How do you feel about what I just said? And did I go too fast? Because remember, we have.
So with if I wanted to start off with the week with a free session, and then have the other 2 paid sessions, is that the 22, or was it 22 the individual recordings?
The first thing is free. You're constantly, let's say it's Monday night. Monday night, whatever, Monday night. You're always sending out the newsletter to everybody. Monday night, free group session. We're very excited. Session at the end of it, there's always a commercial letting you know that we have a membership available. If you enjoyed this, we have an archive of incredible recordings. We have individual recordings available. as well as a membership where you can have all the recordings. Individual recordings are $22. Doesn't have to be. It could be 11, it could be 17, whatever you like.
Mhm.
The thing that's important is that if you buy one and then you want a second one, the two of them together have to cost more than the monthly for the recordings only.
Yes.
Because what happens is they go, well, if I buy two, I could get them all. So I might as well get them all.
Mhm.
That's what I did. I went, well, if I rent one dress, I might as well just get the package where I can rent four of them in case one doesn't fit. I sold myself.
Mhm.
My brain and the calculator in my brain went, well, if I buy one for 22, but I really kind of want that one too, why don't I just get the monthly? I'll just stay for the month. I'll download them, no problem. So they can use them. But then there's always more recordings coming, so they don't want to cancel because the next one coming up is about whatever.
Mhm.
So we go from $22 per recording to $27 for a monthly recordings only membership.
Mhm.
$47, which includes 2 live meditations.
Mhm.
Maybe you put in something else, which is like a Facebook group or something.
Mhm.
Facebook group for members, plus
Mhm.
access to all the recordings. So now they're going, all right, well, it was 27 to get the recordings. Now I'm getting 2 sessions with Sam every week. That's only $10 a piece. And I get the Facebook group to talk to other people. So they're selling themselves.
Mhm.
And then inside of all the live sessions and in the newsletter, we're always reminding people next week, I'm going to be focusing on this in our group sessions inside of our society. And I also have, 3 sessions, 3 time slots available for individual one-on-one work.
Mhm.
Introductory one-on-one sessions are $147. Here's how you pay.
Mhm.
Once someone does an individual session, they now get an email or an invitation to take a look at the packages. And it's a one-time only offer to get a discount because one-on-ones are $147. But once you do one, and the first time you do one, you offer them 3 for $297. So it's cheaper per,
Yes.
but you also got paid up front. See, when you get somebody to pay you up front, it's more valuable. When you get somebody to commit to monthly, it's more valuable than one time. And when you get somebody to pay you up front for volume, it's more valuable. Sometimes they disappear. I'm not saying we want them to, but it's more valuable because you've been paid. You've been paid.
Mhm.
Okay. So we might have a $297, a $497, and a $997 package. Maybe it's 3 sessions for $297, right? So they're sitting here and they're going, I save $150. There's 6 sessions for $497, right? So it would have been it would have been $900. Now they're only paying $5. And then there's however many sessions for $997.
Mhm.
So what you have to do is make the brain click so that they feel like, I'm going to get that. I love this session. I'm going to get that 10 session pack. I'm going to invest in myself. And so they pay you up front.
Mhm.
Because think about it. If you had 3 people that bought 10 sessions, you're full time every month. You're full time.
Mhm.
Now you can focus on expanding, marketing, et cetera, getting better at all these different things.
Mhm.
So that's the sequence that I recommend. 22, 27, 47, 147, and then 297, 497, 997. That's the sequence I would go. And you can adjust that up or down. You might want to go recordings are 37 or the recordings are 33. The monthly is 42, whatever your numbers are, but don't go too high. Because your end game is to bring them down the road to have them fall in love with you so that they want a lot of sessions.
Mhm.
The end game is not to overcharge for a recording. And I'm not, it doesn't have that value. But when somebody's new to you, they don't perceive the value yet.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
truthfully,
true.
what I just taught you, if you take this recording and watch it 10 times, I just taught you a major marketing sequence. It's worth tens of thousands of dollars. But I only asked 147 because you don't understand that value yet. So if I said to you, Samantha, let's get together, it's $10,000, you'd be like, but let's say your business really gets cooking and gets going. Who's the first person you're probably going to call? You said you have 2 mentors. You're going to go to your 2 mentors, maybe a spiritual and a business mentor, or whatever it may be. And you're going to go, Di, I'm up to $3,000. I'm full time now. I need some help. And they're like, great, let's book you a couple different sessions and this and that. So I'm developing customers. And in the meantime, I'm also marketing to people by letting them watch me work with you, because maybe you never come back for another session, right? Maybe you don't. But somebody who watched this goes, damn, that was good. Now I have another person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm looking to do. Doing extra free things periodically is worth doing. Running a little ad to let people see or hear, offering a free recording of a group session is worth doing. But it's all intake, guiding them towards locating. You've heard me say before, I'm looking for people that are looking for me. A lot of people will dip their toe. They'll go, what's this chick about? Certain people will go, oh my God, she gets me. She understands me. She calms me. She, all the things that you could possibly be in their life. They're going to want to be paying you to be in your energy. It's all. And so out of 100 people that come in your door, 5 of them are your people. But 95 of them paid you to find out whether or not they're your people. Think about it. That's
Wow.
that right there.
Yeah.
A revelation. It is called a funded proposal, right? People pay me to prospect them for bigger stuff. Deliver value as you do, right? To determine whether they're a match. I might do one of these sessions. I get off and I'm like, oh my God, that was horrible. Or they might get off and go, I don't like her. She's bossy. That's okay, because I earn cash flow for the hour to do that. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, that's pretty powerful.
It's extremely powerful, and this is marketing, and it's using the cognition of the brain. We all do this. You ever see Payless Shoe Source? They closed a lot of their stores, but I'll run this. It's buy one, get one 50% off. Buy one, get one 50% off. You know how much that is? 25% off. Now, if I said to you, hey, there's a sale, it's 25% off, you might be like, okay, that's good, but you're not excited, right? You're like, 25% off is fine, a standard sale. But if I say to you 50% off, you get excited, right? Some smart, smarty pants marketers said, let's call it buy one, get one 50% off. So now we've obligated everybody to buy 2 pairs of shoes, right? Because you can't buy one, because you got to buy 2, because it's buy one, get one 50% off. Your brain starts to fart. Your brain goes, well, I'm not going to buy one because it's buy one, get one 50% off. So basically I got 25% off. If they ran 25% off, they would never get as much volume. It's because there's a click in the mind that tells you, you got to buy 2, got to buy 2. Some genius came up with this, right? So it's the same thing. Well, I want this audio and I kind of want this audio, but if I buy 2, I mean, it's better to get them all. Why don't I get the membership? And then that's to cancel, and they've been sticking around. Then you get them on another live call and they're like, oh my God, I love her, because they need to get exposed to you multiple times, right? Sometimes somebody hears you, they don't get it, right? Especially with spiritual stuff, they don't get it. So we need to keep them exposed to you. By the 3rd or the 4th recording or live session, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, she's amazing, if they're your person. And then they're like, live session with her. And then some people do a live session, they walk away, they never come back again. Other people do a live session and they're like, wow. And you say, hey, listen, I have an offer for you in an introductory session. If you're interested in continuing, here are the choices. And then you $1,000. So they went from free session all the way up the pike to $1,000. And if you build your audience and you really work that email list and keep going and get visibility and do your social media, the next thing you know, given month, you have 10 people buying the 10 package, you're at 10,000 a month. And that's how it works, because you're constantly filling the hopper and bringing people down the line. So we started a little after the hour, so we're 3 minutes before the hour. What kind of questions do you have?
So, like now I'm thinking, do I even go the extra step and do the monthly class that I was talking to you about?
the monthly class in addition. If it's a workshop class, I would offer that in addition. If it's something where if it's not just a meditation, but it's a class.
Yeah, like a workshop.
And it's whether you're billing monthly or whether it's a one-time charge for what you're offering this month. Sure, why not? Why not?
Okay.
I've given you 2 monthly revenue streams. I've given you cash flow, retail, recording. I've given you 2 price points for monthly revenue, 27 and 47. Again, you can change these. I'm just trying to show you the sequence. 22 recording, 27 or $47 for membership. 1 membership's recording only. 1 membership is recordings plus 2 live sessions or 1 live session with Sam. And maybe a group or some place where there's community, very popular. So you might want to consider having some type of community or something else that you can throw in, some bonus, something. Make sure that the people that are getting 47, that are paying 47, feel that it's premium over 27. So sometimes it's a free card with meditation. Maybe it's a daily email with a daily thought, which you can reprogram. Whatever it may be, you want them to feel, because you want the pull to upgrade to be strong. I get the recordings. It's great. Every time she does a recording, she sticks it in here. Over here, I get access to her. I get a Facebook group. I get a daily mindset idea. I get all the recordings. So the brain goes, well, this is 27, but I get all of that for 47. It's only $20 more. Jump. Okay. If you want to add in a monthly class too, but right here, we have 2 monthlies. Those add up. $47 add up quick.
Yeah.
You know, you got 10 people, 7, that's $470, right? You got 20 people, that's $1,000 right there. So it starts adding up. And then always and constantly inviting to book a one-on-one session. The one-on-one, and you call it the introductory one-on-one session because it's at 147. And after that session, they get invited to upgrade into a package if they'd like. And this is the only time that this special pricing is available. So they have to make a decision. See, if they think they can come back and get 3 for $297 any day, there's no reason to hurry up. If it's always 147, but on your first session and your first session only will allow you to purchase packages. Now that becomes like, ooh, should I go for 3? Should I go for 5? I don't know. I'll get the whole thing. And especially if whatever you're using to bill with allows you to break that into payments. You tell someone, here's another brain fart that works. It's $297 for 3 sessions. It's $997 for however many, but will allow you to break it into 3 payments, $347 each. They're going, wait a minute, it's $297. I only get 3, but I get 12, like 1 a month or something. I get this and that. So you start creating these bundles where the brain goes, I have to have it. And you've done it before because you've purchased like this. When you think about it, you've purchased seminars, you've purchased products, you've purchased different things based upon that pull. We have to create what's called buyer's rush, or the gravitational pull, to have them make the decision. As you being a salesperson, because if you're a salesperson, you're going to ruin all your spiritual credibility. I can't be a mentor if I'm constantly humping something, right? I'm a salesperson then. I'm a mentor to a lot of marketers and a lot of people that need to learn marketing but aren't by trade. If I'm just constantly going, so Sam, let me tell you what's available now, you'd be like, ugh, you wouldn't be here right now if it felt that way. It has to feel like I'm helping you.
Yes.
You're probably going to need to watch it 3 times with a notebook.
Oh, yeah.
A notebook. And of course, you can send me a message after the fact and go, okay, here's the sequence that I put together. And I'm happy to take it for you. But this is how you go full-time fast. Because think about it. If you only had 20 people paying you $47 a month, you're already halfway there. Not quite halfway, but you know, so many people paying this, your individual sessions. If you're doing 2 individual sessions a week, that's $1,200 there. You got 20 people paying you $47 a month. What is that? $950, whatever, something there. So you're now over $2,000 a month, right? And you haven't even sold any individual download. And that's with a little list. Imagine if you have 100 people paying you $47 a month. What if you had 1,000? And I know many, many, many people that have membership sites with that kind of membership, for sure.
Okay.
What happens when word gets out?
100 people with 47 is more than
4,700. And out of those people, you're sorting through and finding the people that want individual sessions and packages. And then yes, you can do events, or you could do live events later on. You could do special classes that are in addition. And then you give a discount to your society members. You know, if you're a member of the whatever you call it, it's $97. For those of you that are not members, it's $147. So always giving them a discount or a deal. You'll notice that I said, if you're a regular customer, if you're a member in one of my things right now, ask me for a discount. I said that because if somebody's a member, they pay $150 a month to be a member in something with me. Yeah, I'll give them a deal. Of course I will, because they're a regular, they're a customer every month. So I'm always offering benefits to people that are loyal to me. When somebody loyal to me, I treat them like gold, because they'll keep their membership for years. I have people that have been literally, what year did we start in March? 14 years. 14 years. Every month. 14 years. See, people don't think long term. I do. What's the value? I have people that have spent well more than 6 figures with me. Well more. Over the course of time. Everybody else wants to get something really quick. I just look at the long-term value. And the people that love you are the ones that are going to talk about you. They're going to give you testimonials. They're going to go on social media. Like, notice that you promoted the fact that we were doing this before the event. I saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's because we have a nice relationship. You felt.
Yes.
So you promoted that we were doing this for you. It's good for me. People who trust you will promote you. And that is more valuable than you all day.
Yeah.
So before we wrap it, this is a powerful, powerful, powerful session that we just did. What I want you to do, relax and watch it more than once. Just relax and just take a notebook and go 22, 27, 47. You can change those numbers, but don't change the sequence. The sequence, it could be 11, 19, 11, 17, 27. It doesn't matter. But 44 is too high, in my opinion, because that's the gateway drug. The free session and the first audio, that's the gateway drug to get them addicted to you. I know that sounds terrible, but isn't that what you want? You want people that are in love with you, addicted to you, use your services. We need to give them a gateway drug. If we why do you think drug dealers stand on the corner and hand out samples? Because once you're addicted, you'll be back over and over and over. Now, I'm not saying we're drug dealers, but we are. So, that's to fall in love with you, to feel safe in your environment, to feel larger. My mentor taught me, when people feel larger around you, when they feel more whole around you, they won't leave you. They won't leave you. That's how I've been around for 20 years, because people come back. People come and they go. That's normal. But the people come back, and you're one of them. And I'm thrilled to see you tonight. I'm so happy. And think about it. When I did that pop-up call that day, you came on and talked to you freely. That was a free pop-up call. It was just, and you asked some profound questions. A lot of people come and hang out. They're like, let's talk about money. Let's talk about this. It was great. It was great. So
I have one question about so email list building. Right now, where I'm at, I have actually 278
good.
What's the thought process that I should have? I know you're very big on meeting 10 people a day, but I also have been doing like posting on groups, and the groups that I post significantly have a lot of like the action to it. So that was like my first big break when I posted in one group and like 60 people like said, yes, I want a session. So is there like a kind of like sequence that I should do as far as like, keep doing that and then do the slower networking, or do both? Or
networking isn't slower, and that's a common thought process. When I meet people, let's say we meet and we both find out we're into some of the spiritual stuff. Then you say to someone, hey, listen, I have a great newsletter. I'd love to put you on it. It has some great stuff I think you'd be interested in. If I meet someone and it's appropriate, I do that. If I meet someone it's not appropriate, I don't do that. Am I still advertising or posting in groups or any of those things? Of course I am. You can consider the budget, run an ad for $1 a day, do a kind of a neat video or something and run it for $1 a day. It doesn't have to be, you're not going to get, the earth isn't going to, the sky isn't going to fall and money's not going to fall out of it on $1 a day. But the more visibility you can get networking inside of these groups, at events, et cetera, meet all the yoga teachers in town, meet all the people that do this type of stuff. You constantly want to be networking. And yes, if you go into a Facebook group and there's 10,000 people that like what you do, that type of stuff, of course you want to post in there. Okay. It's not like one's slow, one's fast. I'm just meeting people constantly. So all I do, and when I'm meeting people, I'm just asking them about them, and I'm finding out if they might be a candidate. If they're not, I'm just nice and I'm cordial, and it's great to meet them. If they are, then I'm inviting them. If I go in a Facebook group and there's thousands of people, then I'll put a post about what I do. And so I may pick up 60, 70, 80 opt-ins in a day from something like that. I'm just constantly sorting people. So don't get that something's slow or something's fast, because you could go out to the mall and meet someone in passing because they're wearing a certain sign, a certain piece of jewelry or something. And you're like, oh my God, I love that. Or I love that stone. Or I don't know your modalities and what you're into. But like, I know the meanings of different stones. Somebody might be wearing a piece of amethyst or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, amethyst is my stone. I have so much amethyst. And we get into this conversation about amethyst. It turns out that they are the exact person I was looking for. You don't know where they're going to be. So I'm just always like, my mentor taught me to be a yes person and just meet people, because you don't know who's, and you don't judge, because you never know. Somebody becomes your business partner, right? You meet someone, you're just goofing around, you have a conversation about amethyst, and the next thing you know, you put together a plan. I mean, I not too long ago, I met someone that I do a lot of work with now. It was a whim. I met them because they were buying a website. They needed to buy a website, and I was helping them with it, and we just started talking. And the rest is history. It's a year later. I met my mentor, my original business mentor. It was a fluke. It was just an accident that I met him. I happen to know who he was. I knew who he was before. That's a story for another day. It's too long of a story, but it was a fluke. It was an accident. We met. It was a very nice conversation. He gave me some tips. It was lovely. About 3 weeks later, the phone rings. It's him again. I answer the phone. I'm like, why is he calling me back? He goes, we had the most remarkable conversation. I feel like we're supposed to talk more. We became partners. We worked together for 6 years. All of this stuff I know about marketing.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I know who you're talking about. I just didn't know that story.
It was a sweet serendipity. So.
Wow.
My darling, I do need to run. I have to get to something before it closes. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. Excited about what you're doing. You're following your path and your love. All this little marketing stuff, just watch it a few times. You'll start to see it. It'll come to life in Technicolor. And when I joke about, drug and this and that, it's just a joke and an analogy. But what we want to do is open our arms and our heart and invite people in, and then take them down a road. And remember, money is just a value exchange. It's an energy exchange. You're feeding them with all the energy from your heart. They need to feed you back with the energy of money. Because when they feed the energy of money, it allows you to be free to help more people. And that's the way people are supposed to pay me, so I can be free, so I can help more people be free. So I don't feel bad about making money. I love making money. I don't feel bad about asking people for money. I'm also very kind when somebody doesn't have money. I was there. And that's why I like your price points escalating so that everybody can access you, right? Anybody who wants to connect with you, but somebody who wants to truly tap into your intuition, they need to pay you. Because for a living now, right? Very soon, that's what you do for a living, period.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you so much. This was so great.
Good. Thank you for coming and thank you for letting people watch. I think it's going to make a big difference for folks. This was a powerful session.
Yes.
About it being out there. So, all right, darling, find me if you have a question after you watch again. Okay?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.